What's up, people? Alright. What's up? This is your session here on another edition of Anime Reactions, live stream reactions specifically. I know this ain't the best format looking, and I'm pretty sure I'm swamped in a platform where there's been just more reactions with more appealing looking stuff, and maybe just have a more they have to cater to the audience thing. But we're here. I'm here. Radio station here on another edition. This is going to be ReZero, second season part 2, episode 10, but it's or episode 48 in total, or season 2, episode 23. Like however you guys want to put it, but I'm here, and I'm trying to cope with this sort of setup I got. I know we're gonna have to settle for this setup indefinitely until like by chance I can get like a laptop and I can actually get some quality recording without getting disturbed like every fucking 5 minutes. But yeah. So last time, so Sabala tried to get Beatrice. He didn't say the usual lines that would usually get someone, usually swoon. He was just being straight up with it, and Beatrice just like just kicked him out, which actually in retrospect I found quite hilarious. But I mean, Subaru has been doing some reckless, I wouldn't say unorthodox. I mean, well, I wouldn't. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that he's doing reckless things either, because at this point he doesn't even care what the fuck happens to him. He really doesn't care much for his safety, more for his safety than he cares about others at this point, in my opinion. This is what I'm looking at right now, and I mean, I'm not even gonna mention some of the qualms I had with the last episode, because I think I've already mentioned it. I don't want to really ham up on it and look like I'm a jerk, but I do applaud Emilia. Her character development again. She really got me sold. She's my girl of this. She's my girl of this of the show, and I'm gonna keep it at that. She deserves it. She deserves it to be on my list there. I mean, I just wish the show for me was that much more substantial in comparison. And when I look back at it and how I had like my very infuriating moments with Subaru, my infuriating moments with Emilia in season 1, and compared to now, that's something. That is really something. But the show, I mean, unfortunately, the show itself is not up there for me. It really isn't. And I have to be honest about things. Now again, is this a case of a light novel adaptation? What do I call this? Adaptation sickness. That's gonna be the term. It's an adaptation sickness. There's just things that from the light novel source material, the context that you just cannot put in anime form. But not like it's always a bad thing. It's not like, oh, the anime is just a waste because they can't do it. It's just that it may not be, because depending on the story, it may not be able to capture it as well. And it's just how it is. So, and what I was told, unless if I don't remember correctly, which usually happens to me, some of the fight scenes during that part were cut down in favor of the more dialogue heavy scenes, which does infuriate a lot of people, because they would usually like more of the action stuff. There was a lot more action in season 1, for sure. Gosh, there's the water cooler just going off again. She's definitely one of the best. She's not my top. She's far from my top 10 of all time. She's far. Like there's no I don't want to debate on that. Like, there's just a bunch of other characters there that she would have to surpass, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But let's get. Well, you know what? I've talked enough. Let's get started. I don't want to keep people waiting. I just like people just came here to see the reaction, right? They don't want to see my ass just rambling about honest thoughts here, right? Okay, okay, not always the case, but this is how I roll. And I see we got another almost 30 minute episode as usual. Nice, nice. I mean, it's always as expected. Yeah, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. It's basically it's an episode late issue. This has happened. This happens with any sort of adaptations. More prominently for light novels, which I know and unfortunately while I don't have much light novel experience, I barely much because it's so hard to just again it's so hard to just sit down get to collect some time to sit down and just go through a whole volume. That's for me it's not as easy as you guys would think. It just isn't. But let's digress. Let's begin the episode. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Okay, so this is supposed to be more action heavy in this episode, though, based on what I saw in the preview. Oh! She has. Oh, does she have. Oh, does she have. Oh, yeah, she has Reagan, yeah. So much for that. He was talking you up, and we see him here, like, just. No, I can't fucking do this! Unparalleled knowledge of the modern world. Alright, what you up to, man? I need to talk about something regarding that Malbase. Afterwards. Oh. Oh, you're gonna set it on fire. Buster! No, we don't see. Well, Was there the body? I mean, it ain't dead until we see the body. Oops. Great, you just set the mansion on fire. This is fine. People, please get why I said that. Like, please get what I said that. I don't leave Garfield behind. I'm gonna see the future. Better gonna see a nasty looking, a nasty looking image. Huh? Red, blue. Oh, Subaru. She's referring to, isn't it? I'm guessing those represent the future possibilities. Oh no, it was just a but. Oh, just a bunch of just representing a bunch of lines and voices that she's seen all this lifetime. Wait, endure this. This is tough here. Come on, baby, you can do this. Did they have this? Okay, I'm about to say. I was like, oh, they did they do that on purpose? No. Oh, you just it's the same place where Subaru Subaru has a chit chat with Inkaigna. Don't yeah, don't made specifically from made specifically from I'm not gonna say it. Oh, the magical girl witch. I hate that I have to refer to her like that. She always got that old classic little, single ponytail on the side. the ones that you usually see in a lot of visual novel characters as well. Oh, okay. So, okay, so I was right the first time. The stars were representing all those possibilities and the words coming with it. You carve your own future. So I feel like so I'm guessing it's confirmed that the reason why I kind of cried at that previous episode was shedding tears that last episode has to do with specifically with Emilia's mother because this is another wish referring to her mother. But the mother she's always looked up to is Fortuna, and like as a mother figure, not her a biological mother. Oh yeah, now I remember. Now she reminds me of the she reminds me of that girl that Nanoha character, not Nanoha herself, the one Nanoha adopted. Also, thanks for the promotion, Killer Shock. Appreciate it. She passed it. Did I go past it? Yes, she did. And what the hell? Oh shit! The original five got. No, just kidding. Wait, that's her original body, right? Yeah, that's her original body. That has to be. So that's where she's been all along. In a bunch of language I don't even know. Oh no, there's just magical, enchantments. I'm just sorry. Past, the present, the future, you all faced it. All right. Just like that? Yeah. I was wanting it a little bit more fancy, but okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. I damn, I hope it's not too late. Otherwise there would be a reset and then you had to do the whole thing all over again. It's a hippo. I feel like the pig doggy thing is a mistranslation. I want to think it is. Oh yeah, the rabbit. Fuck. Not those things. Interesting enough. Oh, eee. Bunch of bunch of vampire bats, king cobras, all those dangerous animals of nature. Oh wow, okay. Oh, I like this music by the way. No, I got your back. Just focus on your just focus on your target. Ow. Oh, Dynamax. Oh, twisted head off. This is to This is Tony the Tiger when he gave up Frosted Flakes and just went with Popeye spinach instead. This is what happens. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why she keeps healing. She even acts like one. Why why did I not think of that the first time I saw her ass? That she'd be a fucking vampire. Why did it not occur to me until now? I thought she was just like an assassin with just a bunch of Houdini magic. But no, she's a vampire. Interesting. Well, that's quite a nice little drop. I hope the vampire thing is not something like a metaphor. Like she's actually is. Okay, yeah, she's a recurring character. It's fine for it's so she needs a little bit of a flashback. If she wasn't a recurring character and they try to show a flashback, I'd be just like, why need it? But no, she stuck around like a gnat. So just like why not give this little past the backstory? How do you kill a vampire? How do you kill a vampire conventionally? There's no cross garlic and holy water nearby. Don't die, man. Oh, wow. Jeez, and oh, that's how she wants to end you. That isn't killing her, is it? Okay, back to the flashback. this this sound of the squish. Yo, damn. Wow. Bro? Yeah, well, at least he admits it. Oh, so Roswell isn't all talk. He can fight pretty physically too. She so all this time serving under Roswell, and now she's just mad because Roswell's just she realized Roswell does not understand how she feels. Wow, that doesn't seem like something insincere. I want to know her reasoning here. Always transformed into. Oh, you just that's not that's just an illusion. That's just an illusion. That wasn't actually him in his true form. That was just him. That was him casting illusion. Oh, you went for the buck. Man, there's a lot of emotions going into this. Oh, oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so that was that was I was like, is that the new ending? It's like that was a that was quite the intense episode. I will say that. 11 out of 10. Um, I hate to be honest about that. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but yeah, by Rizzo standards, that was a hell of an episode. That was a hell of an episode. I will say that. Now, again, so they actually played the end. They actually played an ending, but it was line of text. So that's when you know it was one hell of an episode when they do that. When they do that to end the episode, there's a lot of ridiculous. Ram confessing she loves Rosewall. Interesting. I do not know. I really don't want to assume, but it will. Whatever the case, whatever the intention, like whether it was true or not, I mean, they were able to shake up Rosewald, and you just to see Rosewald like literally like that clown, like literally the clown is supposed to be like having a poker face and all, but this is someone who's just lost that mask, and you literally see the emotions pour out of Rosewald in that, because I don't remember. So with the book that she and I totally forgot with the part with the whole details regarding the book, but with the book now finally gone, there is Rosewald has nothing much has like. There will be nothing left for Rosewald to keep holding on to the past. That was something. What I liked about this episode too, what I was really impressed with, is that they were still able to go with the more, you know, they were able to manage Amelia's the segment that had less intensity, but it's Amelia, but it's more like she was able to. I'm not saying there was kind of just dull. It was like she has to pass that point where she has to be exposed to a possibility. Like it was not just one future. It was like a bunch of unknown futures that she is basically bombarded with in the form of lots of lights. But she was able to surpass it. I mean, I will say it's kind of thanks to. It's thanks to seeing the shadows of Subaru, and I'm thinking that's Ram that was there. I really hesitate to say Ram. I really hesitate to say Ram. I was initially confused. Oh yeah, it was. It kind of was like it really was like that one that season the season episode 15 ending. You know, I get that. It was. Why did Air? Why did Aaron scenes? I mean Amelia. The rabbits. It's the coming of the rabbits. That's why. It's kind of funny that it's happening there. It's like the snow is there, but everywhere else it's not really snowing. So there was a lot of things going on. I mean, it was pretty compressed, but there was a lot of shit going on. Like this is the ReZero episode that I liked for the balance. I like there was a lot of talk, but it wasn't drawn out. There was a lot of action, but it didn't feel like I was trying to ham up on too much of it. It was, by ReZero standards, like one of the better episodes, one of the best episodes. Like technically speaking. I know you couldn't, like, you can't really stick. I don't know for what reason you can't stick around much, but yeah, thanks. CY Psych. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's not. I know it's not the. I know it's not that sort of vampire that sucks blood. I know it's a vampire that can just regenerate. That could just regenerate and has that sort of immortality. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's that kind of vampire, not the Dracula, not the Count Dracula that sucks blood and one, two, three count. Oh wait, sorry, Sesame Street. But yeah, but I don't think I still would call her a vampire because she literally has the regenerative abilities of what a lot of vampires are, what like vampires are commonly depicted with. Like they're very hard to kill. I mean, I don't know how. Okay, I'm not really knowledgeable with how it goes. Like sometimes vampires can't regenerate, sometimes they can, sometimes they're like unkillable that way. But but past the point, it is nice to see that Elsa gets backstory, even though it's something that doesn't really change my mind about her, but it's just like it gives her some, it makes her not just a villain that's just on edge. Like there was a reason. What I would have hoped for, although maybe I'm just asking too much, is that we divulged in more on that backstory because she was recurring for quite a while. She has been popping up time and time again for quite a while. And you'd think they would, and I would honestly would like more of a backstory on that. Now I don't know if they're gonna do that in the future. If they're gonna really do that, like if something else plot-wise comes up and it involves Elsa, maybe in the past, and so much, and so on and so forth. If anyone forgot Rem, how did Millie see her in the trial? I don't know if that's Rem. I really don't know. I may have to look, like maybe what she says may say something, but I would feel that's Ram. I would feel that's Ram because they showed up with Subaru, and you know Ram was the only one she really taught. You know. Let me see. Maybe something what was said. Let me give a clue. Okay, so I was not sure now. So I didn't see it at the time, but I do see a blue outline, so that has to be Ram. That has to be Ram. Okay. So, but so because when I was seeing that, I'm just like, are they gonna play? Are they actually doing this shit on purpose? You know, the censoring out. Because I mean, it's not supposed to remember Ram, if I'm not mistaken. But and then you also see Subaru that's also kind of in shadowed, and then you know she's able to come through and visit the little witch's little tea time place, whatever you call it. Oh, okay. So she doesn't know who she still knows who that person was. She just saw her. I mean, it was still a little confusing because the way Subaru just kind of shows up right next to her. So I don't know. It was a little confusing at the time. But yeah, if it was part of the trial, then it would make sense. If it was just simply part of it. So I really gotta bring this up. I know this is gonna be quick. So so I know the way they depicted the Majus and all, and I gotta look, and I really gotta look here. So this thing, right? So what I'm seeing here, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys can really see it. Is the what pig? This is the this is considered a pig. This is called a. They don't. I'm looking at. I'm taking a quick look at this right now, and that's obviously a hippo. That's, or at least based off a hippo. I don't know why pig is coming there. So I feel like there was a mistranslation, but looking at the kanji right now, I don't know if you. There's no way a hippo is related to a pig, right? The fact about the Malabis that Subaru killed is called a guilty low, and it's considered an assassin. Oh, you mean oh gosh, I need a. It's based on a chimera, right? Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna see. So I have to look at this. So okay, they have it. Damn it! I can't enlarge this. Why? Don't do this to me yet. But I gotta search it. I gotta search this up. The guilty low looks a lot more intimidating in light novel form. I guess I can just look at this now. Because I'm looking at this here and it looks a lot more it looks a lot more intimidating. But that's just how light novel illustrations are. Like the hippo thing looks a lot more, gnarly and vicious. I mean, it sucks because I wish it was kind of like with the white whale where they weren't CG models, so it would just emulate their better. I mean, they're not always CGI'd, but at points where they are, it just feels a little bit weird. And so like I feel like the fight scenes would have looked better if it was like that way, but it wasn't all that bad. It's just like compared to what was shown in the light novel though, but it doesn't seem as bad. Oh, okay, so Melly just sees the hippo as a big pig. Okay, she literally needs to go to. She literally didn't go. She clearly didn't go to class. I mean, well, considering how she's upraised, I'm pretty sure that she never had a chance to. But okay, come on, man. I guess it's just that hippos. The term hippo doesn't exist in their world. I'm pretty sure if Subaru had a chance, like if he was given a chance, he was just like, he says, "Oh, it's a big piggy." No, that's a hippo, you idiot. It doesn't even look like a hippo. It's literally based off a hippo. You know what's the inaccurate part though? It doesn't have. It doesn't have the fa. It doesn't have the fa. Real life hippos, by the way. Real life hippos, by the way. They got these fangs. This is the hippo. This is the hippo skull, by the way. And I'm gonna go back to here again. This hippo skull, by the way. And this is hippo in real life with these fucking fangs. The mouth picky, the big picky thing doesn't have it. I wish it had fangs, so it would be a lot more ferocious. But whatever. It's just based on Hung Hippo. That's what it is. Yeah, that is true. If they went on full ass CGI like in the Overlord, which I don't want to get reminded of, I hate Overlord now. Then we have. Then we'd have problems. then we have problems. Then the show, then that episode will just become really hard to watch. Two of the lines in the third trial already happened in the novels. They do have, yeah. I'm not trying to nitpick, but it's just like, you know what? Maybe that's why it's just called a big pig, because like because literally doesn't have the defining features of what we see in real life hippos, fangs, and you know, whatever. I mean, I hate the fact that I just went off about like I did talk about Rosebud, but most of this is just talking about how Malbis and how that's not a pig, that's a hippo, or based on a hippo at least. I want to discuss something regarding the witches and you know what may have been confirmed about, or because what I'm told from the last episode, line-up readers don't know why Inkaina exactly cried. So I've already been guessing that it hasn't gotten to the point in the story, because it's still ongoing. It hasn't gotten to the point where it will reveal why they felt that way, or why Inkaina like did that, and why the magical girl witch, I forgot her name, why she was tearing up, and even though she says witches aren't supposed to cry. And so it really has me thinking. It really has me thinking. And frankly, I do not think we've actually seen Emilia's mom in person. No, yeah, they haven't. Yeah, I'm looking at Wiki right now. There's not even a shadow. She's only mentioned. So what that part here, this is the question. We never really got a good glimpse of who Emilia's biological parents are. And so when they get to, I feel like the story will start to get, I'm not just the anime, the light novel story. I feel like when it gets to Emilia's biological family, like the biological, not just the overall family that she was living with, her very parents, maybe a brother or sister or two. When it gets to them, is when the story will really start to get to a climax. Because for all I know, the story is not just revolving around Subaru, it's revolving around Emilia. This episode explained that Puck's contract was affected by Roosevelt so that it didn't come out so many episodes. Okay. I was only mentioning Eddie's mother is not an elf, only her father is why she's a half-elf. It's curious that whenever a witch from 400 years ago knew Emilia's mother who birthed Emilia 100 years ago. I mean, well, elves are long-lived. But yeah, I feel like I feel like when because the story is really focused on not just Subaru, but also on Emilia. Because we know it's Subaru to try to figure out who the hell sent him to this world, and it's Emilia's case, and it's Emilia's sort of story, try to get through things and assert her place as an inheritor to as inheriting the throne, like a ruler, and Subaru's there to help her. So it's gonna be revolving. It's gonna be really focused on her. I mean, honestly, the reason why I had the problem with season 1, now that I think about it, is that I feel like when they did focus on Emilia, it was really a sappy thing it was really a little bit overblown, and yet it did not really develop Emilia as much as it would like to. Like that's why so much people back then in season 1 were on the Ram X Subaru boat, ship, because Rem got a lot of character development compared to everyone else at the time. But Emilia, so far overall, I think she's gotten the most. At this point in the story, at least, in my opinion. But no, I'm not saying Minerva is a real mom. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that. I'm not saying that. Maria's like she knows her. She knows her mom. But yeah, like when it get because like I said, when Emiya's parents when the story starts to divulge into the Emiya's parents and the history and how they may tie into the main story and why they're important to the main story, because apparently the witches at least know the mother, at least Vera and Kaina. I don't know about the other witches yet. I don't know if they know her. They know her as well. But I feel like when it goes to them is when the story is going to start at least to reach its climax, and there will be a road to a conclusion. I don't know. That's just my predictions. I'm not trying to be an expert about this. I'm just kind of being honest about like when it really gets, because the whole thing, like we always think like this is centered around about trying to simp, but that's not it. It is still the other main thing is that is on Emilia, like which again this is why season 1 was like such a mixed bag for me, to say the least. And while admittingly I still do have problems with part 1 and part 2 currently with how certain things were done, it's still a very interesting go at things, because it makes you want to think what's happened as someone who is anime only. The light novels still don't know about the witches yet, so the information we are still the start. Yeah, that's why this is a prediction, an assumption right now. I don't think this is something that should be this should be something that should be taken with a grain of salt, not something that should be it's like, oh, what, do you know the truth about it? Like, oh god, like I'm just tossing a possibility out there based on the observations I made. Like, maybe it won't come down to the parents, maybe it will still come down to Subaru. But based on what I've seen here, I mean, based on on the work they did with Emilia, I feel as of right now, I feel like much of it will come down to when Emilia's parents get finally revealed, like when it starts to go focus on them. That's just how it is. But it was a really good. It was quite an episode, to say the least. It was, by ReZero standards, it was great. So with 2 more episodes remaining, what do you expect? How do you expect them? Will you expect compressed content? Well, frankly, I feel like the pacing has been a little bit real. Sometimes the pacing feels a little fast. Sometimes it feels rather steady. Sometimes it feels like it drags, and sometimes it's just kind of within the episode. There's a lot of change-ups. But it also comes down to what parts they decide to cut and what parts they decide to focus more on, or at least maybe sometimes extend. Yeah, I mean, this is the best way. I mean, this is the best way they can. This is definitely the best way they can. One of the best ways they can adapt it. So it's not like I have. So it. Like at the most, I still have, for the most part, I have really positive impressions. So it's not like it's not like I'm going to go and bitch about it. I want to see how they look as well from Millie's parents, by the way. I think that's about it. I would like to talk about more about Rosewald, but I think that's a lot. That's kind of been a wrap. That's kind of a wrap. Although it's probably the expense of Ram's life. Like I forgot what volume are they on right now? Are they still like in translated form? Like are they still on this one in translation, or like how far is it gone? Like based on how many volumes have been published? Are they like at volume 18, 20, I think? I'm not sure. If season 3 gets confirmed, it should probably come in the next 2 to 3 years for the studio to get some breather. Get away from Subaru confronts with Beatrice. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I know Subaru's gonna go back to her. Like, that's a given. No, he's gonna try again. And I feel okay. You know what the best part? You know what the better part is about this one is that it doesn't just keep showing Subaru just resetting time after time, which is something that which is a kind of a nice change of pace for now at least. Translate 15 came out, which concluded arc 4. So this arc's still gonna go on after this season ends. Great. So it makes season 3 all the more anticipated because it's gonna live. Because this is gonna leave on a this is gonna end on a cliffhanger. Not like a drop your heart sort of cliffhanger, but one where like, oh yeah, by the way, this is gonna go on. Stay tuned for the next season. That's that sort of thing. All right, I think I've said enough. Hopefully I did not, off-put any of the fans here. I'm just here to say my honest thoughts, and I'm here to say that this ReZero is a fine as fuck series. Even it has its flaws. Like a lot of people, I know the vocal demographic is gonna say that it's a masterpiece. They're gonna say it's great. They're saying nothing else to surpass it. They're gonna say it's the best Isekai. I'm sorry. I do apologize if I'm not of that demographic. I'm just not. There's just things that like 10 years ago it would have been. But I'm technically an old geezer, so I can't have the same sort of opinion. But anyways, I love you guys. So like, subscribe, share it to me, please spread the word about this channel, because if you want someone that is awkward but at least is being frank, even if he doesn't know what to say the words, please do spread the word. Comment if you want to follow up on anything they may have missed, any other stuff they may have missed, or stuff that would be helpful. Don't spoil. Follow me on all social media platforms that I used. You can also join my Discord server if you want to chat up on other things, like ramble or rant about current shows or upcoming shows and whatever. But that's gonna do it for this live stream reaction. So this is Weird Station signing off. See you next time, guys. Take care. Stay safe.